Hello, and welcome to Here We Are, the mindful podcast for millennials, where it's all about remembering where we've been, knowing where we're going, and taking up space in the present through the art of storytelling. I'm your host, Teka, and I'll tie together the practice of presence and life lessons with faith and mental health nuggets too. Whether sharing my own experiences or featuring a special guest, I hope to inspire you to take control of your story and take control of your life. I hope you receive what you need from today's episode. And remember to check out the show notes in the description for links that I reference. Ready? Let's journey. And welcome back to Here We Are. Whether you're watching or listening, thank you so much. I appreciate you for supporting. Today's episode is special, and the topic is near to many hearts: millennial motherhood and mental health. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, it's crucial that we shine light on the unique challenges faced by mothers in our generation. Whether you're a mother yourself or simply curious about the journey, this episode is for you. So I want to start off just by saying I am not a mother yet, but I am a daughter. I'm an auntie. I'm a godmother. I'm a friend. And I have the privilege of witnessing many women in my life parent, especially my peers. And I'm focusing on millennial motherhood today because, one, I'm a millennial. Two, this podcast is focused on millennials. But this episode is actually applicable to anyone who's on the mothering journey, no matter what stage you are, whether it is considering conceiving, whether you're thinking about adopting, whether you are having challenges with your motherhood journey, whether you're a bonus mom, whether you're a godmom, whether you're a maternal figure. No matter where you fall on that spectrum of motherhood, know that the essence of nurturing and caring is in you. And this journey and this podcast episode is for you. So I want to start just by saying, from what I've witnessed, the motherhood journey is a beautiful one, definitely filled with love and joy and countless blessings. But it is also important that we acknowledge that it comes with its own trials and tribulations, especially when it comes to mental health. I'm not sure if you all knew, but 1 in 5 women experience perinatal depression or anxiety during pregnancy or within the first year after giving birth. And yet so many of them suffer in silence because of shame, because of feelings of inadequacy, or because they maybe don't know how to express the emotions that they're experiencing. And so that's why today I want to talk about and recognize what is so essential, which are the mental health struggles in motherhood. First, I just want to let anyone know who is dealing or has dealt with perinatal depression or anxiety that you're not alone. It's not weak for you to feel the way that you've been feeling. Rather, it's a testament to the immense weight of the responsibility that comes with nurturing another life. The statistic I just read sheds light on the importance of addressing the mental health journey in motherhood, from postpartum depression, postpartum anxiety, postpartum OCD, even postpartum rage. I'm not sure if y'all knew that was a thing. To just, pressures of balancing everything from career to finances to responsibilities in the family. The demands of parenthood can take a toll on even the strongest of spirits. Okay. And so I want to start by talking about the hope that is there for those who may be struggling or who may have experienced any level of mental health challenges while they're in the motherhood journey. If you're a millennial mother grappling with mental health challenges, know that you're not alone. There are numerous coping skills and resources available to support you on your journey. One effective strategy is mindfulness meditation, which I have a treat for you all towards the end of today's episode. Which mindfulness meditation is great because it can actually help alleviate stress and it can promote emotional well-being. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. And so that also means that you can seek support from friends, family, even a professional therapist, someone that can provide a safe space for you Also, a space for you to receive guidance. You know that saying, it takes a village to raise a child. It also takes a village to raise an adult. It takes a village to raise a mother. And having support, seeking support, needing support is also not a sign of weakness. You don't have to do this alone, and you don't have to be in this alone. I want you all to hear me when I say that taking the first step towards seeking support, if you are struggling with your mental health while mothering, is the bravest step you can take. Because how can you be there for anybody else if you're not first there for yourself? Let me repeat that. How can you be there for anybody else if you first are not there for yourself? So take the brave step and seek support if you're dealing with any mental health challenges on your motherhood journey. You're worthy of that support. You're worthy of that village. Now, we're exploring the intersection of motherhood and mental health, but I do want to make sure that we acknowledge the role that spirituality and faith can play in providing comfort and solace. For many millennials, we are finding our way back to the church, back to spirituality. We're exploring it in all of its different facets. A lot of people are finding ways to connect to God. We know that there's one true way, but a lot of people are finding different ways to connect to their faith. And that is special because that helps to ground them and that helps to give them another community of support. It gives them hope. It gives them a sense of resilience when times are tough. And so that faith being a source of strength and resilience is so important on this journey as a mother, as a millennial mother, as we're figuring this out. Don't forget your faith and spirituality. Whether it's through prayer, meditation, worship and praise songs, whether it's through connecting to a church and having a supportive community, whether it's through a small group or Bible study, whether it's through watching YouTube videos. We know we like to watch, Sarah Jakes Roberts, Stephanie Ike. We like to watch Megan Ashley, Jackie Hill Perry. Find a way to connect to your spirituality and faith on this journey because it can be a very powerful tool in your mental health toolkit. Faith-based practices, they complement, right, rather than replace professional mental health support. So yes, you can have a village of friends and family. Yes, you can have a church community with a pastor or a small group or a leader that is pouring into you. But it also is important that you have professional mental health support. So if you find yourself experiencing anxiety, depression, rage, even symptoms of OCD that just seem out of the ordinary for you. They may seem like the onset of them was during your pregnancy or after, or if you already are predisposed or have experiences with anxiety or depression or any other mental health challenges. It is important that you have a holistic approach to coping and managing your motherhood journey. So make sure you include a licensed professional mental health in your professional mental health counselor, therapist, social worker in your toolkit as well. I think that having that holistic approach really works all of your tools in tandem and nurtures your mental health, right? So that you can embrace both the faith and the spirituality and the psychology of it all. Now, before we conclude today, I do want to take a second to talk about my story with considering motherhood. I am, again, I said it earlier, not a mother yet. But when I think about motherhood, and you can ask my friends this, I am definitely the one to say, I want twins. I have my kids' names picked out already. I know that I'm going to be able to work still. And I'm hoping that my partner is going to be super supportive because he's so gentle and patient and kind with me. How can he not be a great father? I know my mother-in-law and my mom are going to be supportive. I have these dreams. I have these ideas of what motherhood is going to look like. And I know that I can have those dreams and God hears those dreams and he knows that those are the desires of my heart. But now that I'm in my 30s And as I am navigating my own mental health journey with anxiety and depression, I am having a more realistic, not to say that my dreams are unrealistic, but a more realistic idea of what it could look like to become a mother, whether it's through my current reproductive concerns that I see my OBGYN for, whether it's through my own mental health journey and the therapist that I work with and the life coach I work with, whether it's through my job and my career, and realizing that it takes up a lot of my time. Well, jobs with an S, they take up a lot of my time, and a lot of that is going to change and require adjustment and attention. And sometimes when I think about that, I get a little nervous. I'm not going to lie, because although change is the only constant thing in this life, it's hard. It is hard. And with any change comes its challenges. And so as I'm sharing this episode and as I'm talking to you all and encouraging the millennial mothers out there, I'm hoping that I am speaking life into my future self as well, because it can be a lot to think about all that comes with the motherhood journey. And so from our last guest, Zan, she was talking about her journey being even a single mom by choice. She has her challenges, you know, she has her village, she has her mom, but she also has her challenges. And so I love that, you know, guests or even myself can speak from a realistic perspective about the challenges that comes with motherhood. And I hope that by sharing that, you feel encouraged and validated in your own journeys on this, in your own challenges on this journey. Now, I still hope that I have twins. I feel like I check off all the boxes. I'm tall. I am 6 feet tall, y'all. If you did not know, I am tall. I am of African Jamaican descent. I like dairy, but dairy does not like me. And I am over 30. And so a lot of those criteria kind of check the box. The only thing that I don't have is is genetics. There's no history of twins on my maternal side of the family, at least. And so the paternal side matters as well. And I don't think there's twins on that side either. My partner, his side doesn't have anything to do with it, because y'all know twins is about either 2 eggs or 1 egg splitting. And so this is going to be on me and Jesus. But I just wanted to share that part of my story because, again, I'm not a mom yet, but I hope and pray that I do have the privilege of becoming one, that I can handle that journey and the adjustments that come with it with grace. And even if I do look a hot mess, that those around me give me grace as well. So yeah, if you're listening to this and you're not a mom yet either, and you're just curious, we're in this together. And when that time comes, when our time comes, however it may come, whether it's through natural ways without medical intervention, whether it is through adoption, fostering, whether it's through being a godmom or the rich auntie, because that nurturing essence is already within me. I'm that auntie. I hope that you know that you're not alone. You have community. You have community. All right. So before we conclude, I mentioned earlier that one of the really helpful coping skills was mindfulness meditation. And I would invite you to join me in a brief guided meditation. Now, sis, if you are driving, do not close your eyes. You can either pause now and listen later, or you can just listen while driving. But I want to invite you to find a comfortable position. So if you're listening to this, you can sit down, you can lie down. If the kids are here running around, if you have one child or many, try to find a quiet space if you can, or ask someone to maybe give you some time, let's say 5 to 10 minutes, just to yourself. And when you can, get comfortable. You can sit down, you can lie down, whether you want to close your eyes gently or just soften your gaze. I want you to start by taking a deep breath in, feeling the air fill your lungs, and then exhale slowly, releasing any tension you may be holding on to. Let's do this a few more times together, breathing in fully and allowing yourself to relax more with each breath. Take in one more deep breath. And from your head to your toes, exhale and relax your muscles. Feel your body almost go limp. Allow whatever surface you're on to support you. And as you continue to breathe, I invite you to bring your awareness to the presence of God surrounding you. Feeling His loving embrace, His peace, and His strength enveloping you in this moment. Know that you are not alone, that you are deeply loved, and that you are supported by the divine in every step of your journey as a mother. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 41, verse 10, the Lord says, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." Let these words resonate within your heart, reminding you of God's constant presence and His promise to guide and sustain you through all challenges. Now let's focus on some affirmations rooted in faith that you can carry with you throughout the day. Okay? So as I recite these affirmations, whether you want to repeat after me or take a moment to pause and let it really resonate with your soul, I want you to listen carefully. I am a beloved child of God, entrusted with the precious gift of motherhood. I trust in the divine plan for my life and my family, knowing that God's timing is perfect. I release the need for perfection and embrace the grace and mercy of God in my mothering journey. I am strong, I am capable, and I am equipped with everything I need to fulfill my calling as a mother. I surrender my worries and my fears to God, trusting in His wisdom, trusting in His provision. Taking a deep breath in, let's let that really sit and marinate in our hearts, in our souls. Whether you want to repeat these affirmations silently or out loud, allow their truth to permeate your mind, your body, and your soul, grounding and anchoring you in the unshakable foundation of your faith. As we continue, let's bring our attention to our breath once again. Notice the sensation of the air entering your nostrils as you inhale, and the feeling of release as you exhale. Let each breath remind you of the gift of life, of the presence of God within you, and of His infinite love surrounding you. If at any point you find your mind wandering, maybe you're thinking about the grocery list, what all you have to do when you finish listening to this podcast, I want you to gently guide your focus back to your breath, back to the presence of God, back to the truth of His word. Remember, you are held, you are supported, and you are deeply, deeply cherished and adored by our Heavenly Father. Take a few more moments to simply breathe and just be in the presence of God, allowing His peace to just wash over you, renewing your spirit and rejuvenating your soul. Know that you're not alone on this journey of motherhood. God is with you every step of the way, guiding you, comforting you, and empowering you to be the best mother that you can be. Trust in His love, lean on His strength, and rest in His grace. When you're ready, gently bring your awareness back to the room, wiggling your fingers and your toes. And if they're closed, gently open your eyes. I want you to carry this sense of peace and empowerment with you as you continue on your journey as a mother. You are loved, you are valued, you're worthy, and you are enough. Amen. So again, thank you so much for doing that practice with me. Now I'm going to move us into the next segment, which is gift. The G stands for gratitude or goal, the I for intention, the F for focus or faith, and the T is for take action. Today, my gift is my mother. I'm aware of majority of her journey to and through motherhood, and I'm excited for her to share that with you all one day. Wink, wink. But I am grateful for my mom. I think as I get older, I realize how much she wants to be my friend, but also how much I want her to be my friend. We're both women. I'm still her child, but I'm not a child. And so we see each other differently, and I can appreciate the growth. Still have some bumps in the road. Trust me, it ain't perfect, but I do appreciate her. My intention. My intention is to embody that peace and grace that I felt during that guided meditation. What about y'all? That felt good. And I want to embody that for a long time. And hopefully I can embody that as a mom. My faith is that God knows the desires of my heart. You heard me share earlier my hopes and my dreams for my journey in motherhood. And so I am confident and I have hope that God knows and He cares. And so He will continue to align my steps and order my journey towards the dreams and what He has for me in whatever way He's going to do it, which I need to hold on to my seatbelt because I know God's way sometimes be taking us for a spin and my edges are already struggling. And my take action is actually very practical. I want to make sure I continue to take my vitamins and take care of myself. I want to make sure I continue to go to my life coaching sessions and therapy, keep taking my meds. Like, I want to make sure that I am my healthiest and best version of myself. Not even best, just favorite, right? What's best? I'm not comparing myself to anyone but myself, but I want to be my favorite version of myself. And in order to do that, I have to take care of myself. And so as I said earlier, if I'm not there for myself, how can I be there for anybody else, including my future kids and my husband? So that's my take action. If you would like to practice this gratitude and gift practice, go ahead, check out our Instagram, the Here We Are Pod. That is where I have a pinned reel that talks to you about each letter, in the acronym GIFT. The G, again, is for gratitude or goal. The I is for intention. The F is for faith or focus, and the T is for take action. And if you're curious what each of those mean, check out the pinned post on Instagram. Okay. All right. So the last segment, you all, my fave, Tunes ATM, Tunes at the moment. If you haven't already, check out YouTube, Apple Music, and Spotify. The Here We Are Pod has a playlist on all of those platforms. If you're on YouTube, just look at our playlists that are already compiled. If you're on Apple Music, or if you are on Spotify, look up the Here We Are Pod or look up Tunes ATM, the Here We Are podcast. And it'll be up there for you all to enjoy. The podcast, that playlist is eclectic. So I'm just going to give y'all a disclaimer now because it has songs from our guests as well as myself. So you're going to get a little bit of gospel and some Christian soul. You're going to get a little bit of pop. You're going to get a little bit of trap. You might get a little hood. You might get a little bit of rap in there. R&B. It's eclectic. But enjoy what's for you and discover what's not. Maybe. I don't know. But I have 3 songs today for the Tunes ATM. My first one, I have been running this song into the ground. It's been on repeat. Do you hear me? Like, I know the song backwards and forwards. It is called Cruel by an artist named Charity. She's a Detroit girl with a beautiful hair, orange hair. And her song is called Cruel. If you've ever heard the song Merry Go Round by Music Soul Child, it is almost like a nod to that, because the song is basically about how she feels like her lover, or the person that she was falling in love with, was basically just leading her on. In one moment, he was loving on her and, they're imagining this life together. And the next, he just disappears. And so she's basically like, how could you be so cruel to me? And she does that nod to merry-go-round by by spelling it out at the end. It's like HOWLDBUCOULDBESOTOMECRUEL to me. I don't know. I just spelled it all out of order. But basically it says, how could you go and be so cruel to me, my love? That's what it says. My second song, I discovered on TikTok. So there's this artist, I believe she's in the UK. Her name is Sasha Keable. I believe she is of Latina descent. If she's not, I am incorrect, and forgive me for not doing my research. But she may be of Latina as well as Anglo descent. Can we still say Anglo? Anyway, her song is called Hold Up. And Hold Up is basically about how this guy or whomever who thought that she couldn't do anything without them is fortunately mistaken, because she has been holding herself down and she will continue to do so. And I love that, because it really is a ode to independence and being, strong within yourself and not necessarily needing that validation or for anyone else to do that, especially the ones that be draining you. Okay? There are a lot of takers out here who want you to think that you need them, but you don't. Anywho. My third song is called Lost in You by Jade Novah. Fun fact, Jade Novah is actually the artist of me and my boyfriend's first favorite song. Our song is Nothing Even Matters, but our first favorite song is called Somebody's Son by Jade Novah. But the same artist has a song called Lost in You. And it's basically about a love that, brings down your guard, helps you to feel grounded, and you just want to get lost in that person. And I often feel that way. I tell people all the time, like, I'm in my lover girl era where I have no problem being clingy to my man. But it's not even clingy. It's safe. It's safe, and we love it here because we love each other. So, hey, boo, if you see this or listening. And that's it. That's my vibe, Tunes ATM, y'all. And that is it for the podcast. So thank you so much again for joining and listening to the Here We Are podcast, the mindful podcast for millennials. Let's connect. If you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Facebook at the Here We Are pod, and also look us up on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Please go ahead and rate and review on Apple Podcasts. Make sure you share the link with those that need to listen. The more that you rate and review and share the link, the more that these episodes get to those people that it needs to get to. In today's episode especially, if there's a millennial mom in your life, send her this episode. She deserves to feel seen, heard, and understood, and get the treat of the guided meditation at the end. If you yourself have a story that you want to share, email the HereWeArePod@gmail.com, because remember, motherhood is a sacred journey filled with both challenges and blessings, and your story could inspire or encourage someone else. By prioritizing your mental health, seeking support, and nurturing your spirit, you can navigate this path with grace and resilience. Until next time, y'all, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Bye.